Oh, Mr. Kobe.
Hello, Mr. Derrick.
Mr. Kobe.
How you doing?
Madam, Nwamo. Biko, welcome. Oh.
Let us see.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. The ministry is moving.
The ministry is really moving.
Good evening.
How far?
We are good. How are you too?
No, we are all good. We are all good. We are fine.
Awesome.
Happy to see you guys. It's not gonna be easy.
Pleasure, being on your live, and of course, I know very well how this whole friendship and relationship, how it all started. Of course, not to just recently. And once again, Mr. Derrick and Mrs. Patience, it's a pleasure meeting you guys officially.
Yes, sir.
So we're actually happy from this end. I and my wife were happy to at least see you guys live. And I know very well that you guys are Cameroonian and we are Nigerians.
We are one.
We are, of course, we're all Africans. Yeah. So I don't know. We can have we can share experiences on how how you guys have been accepted there, and talk about your relationship with your wife. And from the same distance, we can also talk about us. Then at least with that, a lot of people can also learn from it. Mr. Derrick, can you move back a bit so that at least your wife can also appear in the picture? So thank you very much, Jerry. Mrs. Patience, how are you now?
I'm fine. And you?
We're fine as well. We're fine.
Okay.
Mr. Derrick, Mrs. Patience, I watched one of your interviews on one of your talk show program, and I was actually impressed with with the whole story about how your relationship started. From what Mr. Derrick said, I think he said you saw her at an event, and the moment you saw her, your breath, something took your breath away, and you knew very well that from that moment that this is definitely going to be your wife. I was excited when I heard that. So it was actually very sweet, Mr. Derrick. So it was actually very sweet. So it was at least. I keep telling people that there is always every woman. There's always a woman for every man.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have, at least people are learning from this. People are seeing our stories, and of course, we are also inspiring and motivating a lot of people out there. You understand? So, and of course, that is the exciting thing about all this. So I don't know if people have questions to ask. You can go ahead and ask. So, Mr. Derrick, I know you have something to say. Mrs. Patience, you have something to say. Let us hear you guys.
A lot of questions. First of all, I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to go live with you. We are really, really happy.
Thank you.
Okay. Just as our fans have been really eager to know about a story, that is the same way we want to know about your own story, so that they can learn, to see if things are similar or they are different, or is that they are something else. So how did you people meet? We really want to know.
Okay, let me take that question. Hello, good evening. My name is Vivian.
Good
evening. His wife. I'm Uncle his wife. Okay, we met via Facebook. So it was back then in 2017. I sent him a message. I was the one that sent him a message. You get? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think the network is fluctuating. Yeah, I was the one that sent him a message, and he replied, and that was how we got into a relationship. Yeah.
So that was even that was 6 years ago, and
that was 6 years ago.
We courted for 3 years plus, and then we got married 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
Wow. Mr. Kobe.
Yes.
Madam Kobe.
Yes.
What was the reaction of your parents when One was the reaction of their parents. Yeah. Your own parents.
You mean now? Yes.
Okay, I don't know if this thing. I don't know if this narrative about little people happen in Cameroon, because it's very bad in Nigeria. I don't know if this thing that happens in Nigeria also happen in Cameroon, because little people in Nigeria they're not regarded as humans. You get, they see them as gods.
Not
you
from everybody.
Not from everybody, but the educated ones, like people that are informed, you know. Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah. Yes, like you.
Yeah, people that are educated will not react like people that are not educated. Like if you come to Nigeria, they don't call little people, like they don't see them as human beings. Some people don't see them as human beings.
No, I think the most important thing
it's very bad.
I think the most important thing is there's a lot of exposition attached to the fact that we are little, and of course, just as Mr. Derrick, the question, going by the question Mr. Derrick asked, of course we had a lot of back and forth issues regarding her when I was about getting married to her.
Yeah, there was a lot of ups and downs.
Ups and downs. I had that challenge.
Yeah.
It is typical with almost every little person, every dwarf. So it is typical. Now, I don't know if Mr. Derrick had the same experience.
He did have the same. Ours was hectic, like very bad.
Maybe your own was like your own was like this. Maybe your own was.
Are you serious?
It's like your own was just too small. Wow. My own.
Wow.
My own experience was not like I can collapse and die.
Wow.
It was not easy. Yes, because her friends were saying no.
Wow.
No, why getting, why involving, why taking, why going after him? Her parents, their parents were also against. We programmed, we planned, it was failing. It was not even going. People, but I told her that God can ride straight on a crooked line.
Yeah, so
that, because I told her one day that even if as I'm dating you saying love stories to you, but know that one day when you go and tell your friends and your parents, they will never accept it.
Yes, I totally agree with you. It is actually, this is one of this, as a matter of fact, this is one of the biggest challenges we are faced with as little people, no doubt. And the reality of life is this. Because of the kind of nature we have turned out to be as dwarfs and as little people, of course, there are a lot of narratives about us. Mythical narratives, superstitious narrative, a lot of tales are revolving around little people. A lot of these tales are not even perfect, and they're not too good. But I keep telling people that these are just tales, these are just superstition. Because if we really have to look at it, I mean, I know very well that Mr. Derrick, if given the chance to come back alive, or probably to come back in your next role, I don't know. I don't know if you choose to probably come back as a little person, because for me, I'll sincerely say no, that I don't want to come back as a little person. You understand? But I am not God though, and I'm not God. But the fact is this: the fact still remains that we also, in as much as we're doing this, let us also at least put out this piece of education to people that these consequences or the situation that led to our kind of nature is scientific. It is genetically caused. It is genetically caused. You understand? And it is something that happened out of what we cannot define or explain. It is not our fault that we turned out to be little people or dwarfs. You understand? But we have turned out this way, and people just have to accept it. You understand? So that's just it.
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Oh, yeah.
Like in Cameroon, this superstition we have about little people in Nigeria, is it the same with Cameroonians?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. There's no difference here. The same way they are acting to you people there is the same way they are acting here in Cameroon. It's like little people of little height are not human or what. But we are going to change all that kind of mentality because
I think it's
human
an
being is
African
equal.
thing. I think it's an African
Yes.
thing because
No,
because
no.
abroad, like the whites at least appreciate their people. Like, do you
No,
understand?
it is an African thing, but it is not. It is an African thing, no doubt. But some of these same thoughts and mentality also exist in other world. Let us not take that away because we all have history. Every society, every country originated from a historical background.
We're going to break that.
Yes, and if we have to look at it, even in the looking at it, tales, folklore stories in the Western world have elements of little people, dwarfism as myth. You understand? So it is a generally accepted norm.
Okay, Mrs. Kobe, there's a question I want to ask you. Are people like asking why you got married to Mr. Kobe? Are they like saying you got married to him because he is wealthy, he's rich, something like that?
Yes. People are always saying, "Oh, you got married because you got married to this one because he has money. Yeah, you got married to this one because he has money." But they don't know it's not like that. They think
So what?
they think every little person is rich. It's not like that way. It's not that way.
Even when we started this relationship, there was no iota of wealth in me. Even till now, we're still at least
We're
growing.
trying,
We are
we're
growing.
growing.
You understand? So
Yeah.
I mean, people tend to have that impression that okay, the only reason why she got married to me is because I am wealthy. But I keep telling people, where is the wealth now? Where is the wealth?
I
There's
don't
no wealth
know.
anywhere.
So that's what that's the kind of things people throw at me. Oh, you got married to him. If it's not because of money, will you get married to him? Now because of money, they see money now, like that kind of stuff.
This other one. Okay, when you guys like are going out, maybe to the market, do you guys do take something like motorbikes at times?
Yeah, we take
Yeah, we
bikes
do.
together. We even
So
take
what?
tricycle.
What's the position of your husband on the bike?
Where's the position of your husband on the
I,
bike?
Okay, listen. Let me clearly say this.
he like to sit at the back.
I prefer sitting at the back,
I like to sit at the back.
but
So
she
he
also
can sit in
insists
front.
on sitting at the back. But sometimes, do you know how we end some of these things? Sometimes we'll just settle
No.
by saying, "Okay, take your bike. Let
I
me
will
take
take
my
my
bike."
own.
So that is how we settle it.
That's how we settle it because he will not sit at my back and me I will not sit at his front.
But
Okay?
if it is in a situation where we have no choice,
Where we have no
it could
choice.
be anyone.
Anyone.
It could
But
be
mostly
anyone.
I sit at the back
Okay.
and he sits in my front. That's
Then for our experience, since I got married to my wife, since
yeah.
we know ourselves, my wife is always behind because a lady must protect the husband.
Eh.
You don't see him now. You're supposed to be sitting at
Yes,
the back. You're supposed to be sitting at the
Yes,
front.
it does.
How
And
is that right?
one of the reasons why my wife insists on sitting behind me is because
I don't want you to fall off
she's
the
scared
bike.
of me falling off. But even before she got to know me,
They're protecting you guys.
Like
Exactly.
exactly.
see, even before she got to know me, each time I take a bike, I have never fallen off the bike before. So why will it be now that I'll fall
No,
off the
but
bye?
you're
You,
falling
you
off.
used to
Bye
climb
bye.
alone.
But not
You
today.
used to climb the
Bye bye.
bike.
There was a day
You used to climb the bike alone.
That was
Right?
because it was the slide. It happens to anyone now.
he has fallen off the bike
Umba, we
before.
both fell. I and the bike man fell.
He still fall is
Ah,
fall.
go and sit down.
Fall is fall. So let us protect them. I will sit at the back, you will sit in the front. May you not fall. To be protective. You get
We are trying to be protective, God. We are trying to be protective. Then.
Is there any question? Oh my God.
Mr. Derrick. Eh?
yeah, Mr. Kobe.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Kobe, let me ask you this question. Can you ride a bike alone?
No.
I can't even ride.
I can't even ride the bicycle. I can't ride the bicycle, not the top of a bike.
What about a car?
What about a car?
No, I'm not ready for a car now. But if one, it is not as if one comes my way, will not probably figure it out. I will learn. I have a couple of friends that are little people that drives car. You understand? I have a couple of friends here in Nigeria that are little, they drive car. But it's not as if it comes my way, I'm not going to learn. It will not cost me anything to learn on how to drive. So, but I've never thought about it anyway.
Okay, Miss Kobe. When Mr. Kobe hurts you at time, which type of punishment do you give him when he makes you mad?
Okay, because he's usually not around. He goes to work and come back like after 2 days. You get? I'm the only one at home, so I switch off my phone, and he will not be able to reach me until when he comes back.
Okay.
Okay. So, then for me, okay, when he's around, then I'll hurt you. What is the punishment you can give him?
I will not talk to him. I will not talk to him. I will not talk to him throughout that day, but at night, in the evening, in the night, on the bed, we'll reconcile.
Are you hearing? Are you hearing?
On the bed, we'll reconcile.
On the bed.
On the bed, after. We will reconcile.
So she has said it. So the fact is, we know how men, for us, we have been able to learn from our parents. We know how we can, appeal to a woman's emotion when she is not happy with their husband. And of course, and for such, it comes in different ways. So, even though we are wrong or right, naturally, nature would expect us to say, okay, babe, it's okay, sorry. Yeah. But to an extent, I'm also slightly stubborn when it comes to that, because sometimes I insist on she apologizing as well when she is wrong. I insist on she apologizes when she is wrong.
The guys have to apologize.
Because sometimes she knows. I insist on apologizing when she's wrong, but women they want to look for a way to play it around. So, but still at the end we'll reconcile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Kobe.
Yeah.
Mr. Kobe.
Yes.
Your case is even better. Your case is even better a little bit. I always find it difficult with my own wife. When I have something wrong, when I make her angry, the only thing she will punish me is that she will take my food and put it on top of the cupboard. Then I will do like this.
Wow.
So I don't know how I handle that situation.
Oh my God. Don't try with me.
I will try it.
Don't try.
I will try it.
She said she would just know that she should not try it with me.
Maybe I will try it.
Then how many children do you intend to have?
We can having 2 children for now.
2.
Then if God blesses us beyond imagination, then
we could make it 3.
We can make it 3.
3. One time.
But we don't having 2. But if God blesses us furthermore, we can add more to it. One more to it. It will be 3.
Yeah.
But 1, 2 for now. What about you guys?
How many do you guys want?
We want 2. I wanted 2, but Mr. Derrick is saying to him, but me, I want 2.
How many does Mr. Derrick want?
3.
How many does Mr. Derrick want?
3.
Okay, you want 3 and he wants 2.
3 too much. Economy is bad.
The economy is strong.
Anyway, it's not.
But this is Cameroon. This is Nigeria.
Our Nigeria economy is too hard. Maybe Cameroon is not that hard.
Cameroon might be better off.
Yes.
Hello.
Mr. Kobe.
Yeah.
What are you doing for a living?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay, I'm actually a broadcaster.
He works at a radio station.
I work for a TV and a radio station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What about Madam?
I'm a TV presenter and I'm a radio presenter as well.
Yeah, and he also acts too.
Awesome.
What about Madam?
Okay, I'm a tailor. I'm a fashion designer.
Oh, way. Oh, way.
Oh.
I must say, fashion designer. Hey, it would not
Wow.
be sweet. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. What a coincidence.
But I make clothes for. I make
But
clothes
what she
for.
does is she makes clothes for
For
male.
male, not female.
Just male.
Just male.
Okay, just milk.
Yeah.
So everything you see me wear, every outfit, native outfit you see me wear. She's the one that makes
clothes.
it.
I've been making his clothes since how many years?
Wow.
For 3 years
2
now.
to 3 years now.
That's great.
I do for male and female.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I'm
And
actually going for. I'm actually training to learn.
She has started training for female.
I've started training for female.
yes, learn it too. You get money.
Yes,
You get money.
Paka.
You get money. Paka.
Yes,
I saw your page on Facebook and I gave you a follow. I also have a page on Facebook based on my design. It's
Oh, wow.
fashion design.
Oh, that's cool.
My creativities are in.
Mrs. Patience, can you move back a bit because some people are still saying they are not seeing your face. Yes. So I think you can be tilting the camera once in a while. So
somebody said in the comment section, somebody said that means little people love fashion designers.
Somebody saying little people love fashion designers.
It's not easy now.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to adjust this thing.
I don't know. I put not phone.
yes.
Mr. Kobe.
Yes.
Mr. Kobe. Which state
are you in Nigeria?
Yes. Which state are you in Nigeria?
I'm in Lagos.
In Lagos.
Yes.
So it means that when I reach Lagos, I can connect with you.
Okay, of course, no problem.
Yeah, we're in Lagos.
No problem. Sorry, we're making this so inconvenient for you guys. But just the people watching to say.
I swear.
Remember, I told you we are moving forward gradually. After all the obstacles, all the tremendous, all the difficulties, challenges in life.
Yeah.
So we are moving forward now to make our people now love us, Cameroonian in particular, and the war in general. So, and Nigerian. We also thank Mr. Tenon Enon. And then Enon. Tunde Enon. Yes, Tunde Enon.
Sunday Ed Nuts.
Tunde Enon.
Yeah.
He comment on our post, so it was not easy. So we appreciate him.
As a matter of fact, the name you mentioned, Sunday Ed Nuts, he's somebody we should be very, appreciative of because he has actually done a lot for me as well. Tunde is one of the, I'll be very sincere, Tunde Ed Nuts is one of the few people that are actually defined by personality up to the point it is right now. He has also added at least some values, a couple of values to what have turned out to be. And so much gratitude to him as well. And of course, when he posted you guys, I knew it that look, it is for the good and nothing else.
We love Mr. Tunde Enon.
No problem. Yes, so he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He is.
We love him here in Cameroon. We love him.
Tunde is loved across the board, across the entire country. In fact, across Africa, the world. All African countries. In fact, the world at large.
Mr. Kobe.
Yes.
There's this question that people want, our follower, our viewer, want to hear from you,
Okay.
or vice versa. That how many of you are in the family?
I'm the only person in the family.
His parents are tall.
I have 5 siblings, and my parents, my parents and 5 younger ones. I'm the only little person in my family.
Wow. Huh?
Okay.
You see?
Likewise, for me, I'm the only little one in our own family. Yeah, in the middle of 6.
Oh wow. We're also 6, but we're also 6. My mother and parents gave birth to 6. But I'm the first child.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm the only person who is a little high person in our family. My mother, my father, the rest of my family, they are all tall.
Are all tall.
Yes, they are all like a
Giant.
like a giant,
Wow.
like a bamboo.
Wow.
So
Same with your siblings.
Same with my siblings.
His brothers are very tall.
My siblings are all tall. My brothers are tall.
Very tall.
meaning that you people will give birth to tall children.
Absolutely.
Amen.
That also reminds me. Let me also ask, because this is also one very important question I need to ask. Okay, because a few people have actually asked I and my wife this question. Yeah. Okay, you intend having children tomorrow, and do you have any?
No, it's for patients.
Patients,
do you
have an issue, or do you have an issue giving birth to a little person?
I don't have an issue. The same way I fell in love with my husband is the same way I'm going to love my child, even if all of them are short.
Yes, we are
But Derrick, let me ask you personally. Derrick, let me ask you this question personally, because so personally, if given the choice, I don't want a little person. I want an average height. I don't know if Derrick shares the same this thing with me. Derrick, if given the choice, what would you prefer, a little person or anyone that comes your way?
Thank you for that question. I believe all our viewers are willing and ready to ask. If they were given a chance to ask this type of question, they could have even asked it since from the beginning. Yes, from the comment section, please you share the live, invite friends. If I'm given the chance to put to birth a child, I will accept everything that God will give me, because even my mother, my parents, before putting me to birth, they did not plan.
Yeah,
they did not. Sir, can you wait? Yes, they did not plan. The same way I am. If I have the choice to, if I have a position now in the world, training on social media, training the whole world now. Believe if my child is a little one, the child too will also train like me, because I believe that now I'm not hitting my chest. If a little high person have a position to love somebody, then why not my own?
Yeah.
If
yes. Okay, so Derrick, I love your response. I'm not saying I'm not saying that if by tomorrow I will start having babies. If a little person turns out as one of my kids, of course that little person will be appreciated. I will love that little child so dearly. I will invest into that little child, and I'll make sure that that little child gets way better investment, education, discipline, than more than the way I got it from my parents.
For your fear.
But the thing is, the only thing, I'm only putting a clause to it, an option, if given the option, if given the choice. Because tomorrow, one of my child might turn out to be a little person. Of course, I will love that child. I will love that child so dearly.
Your fear is that you don't want your child to pass through what you pass through.
Oh, yes, obviously. I don't want my child to go through the same phase. But even at that, I will train my child to be even way more stronger than I am. Yes, mentally, physically. The reality is this: my parents actually invested a lot in me. They have invested a lot in me. I mean, my education was a priority for them, and then raising me well was a priority for them, and ensuring I turn out well was a priority for them. And thank God, all these things came to be. You understand? All these things came to perfection, came to reality, and of course, with that same level of energy, they have been able to invest and channel into, defining what I am today. I mean, for my child, irrespective of what the child will become, either a little person or an average high person, that energy, even way more than the energy my parents channeled into me, my mind will be tripled. I'll make sure that I channel lots of resources into that child, so that at least that child will be so proud, apart from the fact that the child will be so proud of the home he's from or she's from. The child will also at least have a reason to go out there and also have reasons to at least change the society in his or her own way positively. So that is just it.
Somebody said that means your parents had dwarfism gene.
No.
Or maybe your relative.
Well, no,
like a rich person relative.
Oh, that is the genetic thing that they. But the thing is, there is no trace or history of them. The question that is being asked by one of our followers is if there is a trace of dwarfism in our family, but there is no historical trace of dwarfism in my own family, be it from the paternal or the maternal side, because of course, we have to look at the generational line. There is no trace of a little person, a dwarf in our family, either from the mother side or from the father side. So, but that of course still makes me curious about the issue of genetics. Okay, genetics could be described in probably different ways, but if you have to look at it from lineage, but there is no trace of such in my own family.
Derrick, do you have any cousin that is a little person or?
No.
No relative, like.
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Okay.
So
we are asking the question, so that's what I wanted them to know.
Mr. Kobe.
Yes.
Do you have any difficulties growing up as a little high person?
Well, no, not a lot. But no. Okay, this is it. Yeah, of course, every little person, every dwarf have a difficulty growing up. Yes, no doubt. But then I can remember growing up. I actually had to go through a lot of counts, a lot of insults, a lot of abuses from individuals, calling you different names. You understand? And a lot of these names, of course, hit me that really bad. That was growing up though. But at some point in my life, I accepted the fact that, look, this nature has come to be. And I became so used to the fact that people throw words at you. And it became the norm. It became...
the trauma we're talking about.
No, trauma, but that can be overpowered. That can be you can override, you can ride over it.
But before you override the road, this is right. At least you felt it.
I felt it at that early stage, at that growing stage, no doubt. But the moment I totally understand myself, I knew what I wanted. It is so I was able to deal with it. You understand? It is nothing to me.
As an adult, it's nothing to you, but growing up
at that early stage, yes, it was. So, yeah, it was.
Okay.
And thank God I have the backing of my parents, so always ensure they give me that courage. You understand? The neighborhood where I also grew up, I had a couple of inspiring individuals that kept motivating me.
Okay, so whenever you're called up to participate in a movie, which part are they always giving you?
Thank you. That's a very good question. This is it. I define what I do. Define what I do.
They ask which baby.
There are roles I don't take.
They will not ask that one.
There are roles I don't speak. I don't accept. Because already there's an existing mentality, ideology about this nature.
Yeah.
So also there's an existing mentality and ideology about the nature we find ourselves. So each time a script comes up or a role comes up, the first question I ask is, what role am I playing? That is the first question I ask you. If the role does not go in line with my personality, or perhaps it does not, it is not going to add any value to the nature I find myself, I quickly turn it down, irrespective of how much it is worth. You understand? Okay, such roles could be telling me to come and play an extremely like the role of a bush baby, a spirit.
You know what a bush baby is?
A spirit. You understand? All this kind of thing.
You don't know bush baby.
These are tales. These are tales.
All those people they used to put chalk like native doctor. They will wear red. All those ones they will not tie bamboo on their waist.
So there are roles that I mean I don't pick up roles that are derogatory.
He does not add those roles.
That are not adding any value to my nature.
Yeah.
I don't take them.
Someone is asking you what you studied in school, Mr. Kobe.
I studied theater management and media. That is theater arts from the University of Ibadan.
Especially someone is asking that are we both proud of the men we got married to?
Of course, so I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
Yes.
What about you, Kobe? Aren't you proud of your husband?
She, of course, she is.
I'm very proud of my husband. Why should I be proud of him? You don't understand. People shout. Mrs. Nkubi, how do you feel when people call your husband a dwarf in a public place, like in public? Okay, at first, when we started dating, when I used to visit him, when we go out to buy things, or maybe when we step out of his area, because see that short one, see that one. Like I used to be very angry, but as time goes on, he was like, you don't need to get angry at this. Like he's used to all this thing. He just if they are saying anything, if they are talking about him, that I should just look past them, and that was how I got you get. There was no need shouting at them. Don't call him that. Don't do this. They will get tired and they will keep quiet. So
that is just it.
That is just it. What about you, patient?
As that, love conquers everything. So
yes,
whatever they cause my husband, the way I will react to it will just make them feel so jealous, because if they like abuse him, I'm going to add more love to it. They'll be like, this girl now which can I get, so me I know sleep. Now much love at the tram always. So like the love is real. The love is real. Many people have been saying that I got married to him because he is rich, because of whatsoever. But where is the richness?
Mr. Derrick.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Someone is asking, do you feel insecure about your wife?
Actually,
you feel insecure about your wife?
I trust her 100%. I trust her. Then I love her 100%.
Yes,
100%.
Same here.
Someone said, talk about life to educate people about the existence and experience of dwarfism, the historic. The experience in daily situations. This life will change people like you.
Blonde delay. That's a very good comment, and I believe let me just chip in this. But this is going to be a topic for a different day. Somebody wants us to talk about the historical background about dwarfism, and also encourage people. And this is it. I keep telling people that dwarfism, as it is, I keep telling people that it is as old as the origin of man. That is what I keep telling people. Because if you look at historically, if you look at the past, right from both the Greek era, the Renaissance era, the Roman era, the medieval era. Bring it down to the ancient Benin Kingdom. I mean, you have historical stories, moments of little people in their histories.
Yeah.
You understand?
They've been existing.
So they've been on right from the onset. You understand? Nobody can physically or probably trace to when dwarfism came into existence. You understand? That is why I keep telling people that it is as old as the origin of man.
Thank you so much.
Saying, when are you visiting Nigeria and when are we visiting Cameroon? Your fans are asking, and our fans are asking you guys.
We'll plan that in future. We'll plan that.
No problem.
All the questions that we asked that we weren't able to answer, we'll reply them.
No problem, no problem. So
yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
We are happy to have you live.
Sure,
Say
same
hi
here.
to Nigeria, hi to Lagos, everyone around you, to your family, to your siblings. We love you all. It was
We love you all.
You
we love you. We are very, very happy. Very, very happy.
Thank
you
so
very much, Mr. Derrick.
We love you guys.
Mr. Derrick, thank you very much. Mrs. Patience, thank you very much. I actually love all the moments we shared on this platform. Yeah. And I know we'll do more of this.
Thank
you so much. Good night.
All right. Wow. Sweet dreams. Yeah.